Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. This is part 4 of the Pathfinder playthrough. Biggles plays Pathfinder. Alright. Let's see what kind of trouble we get into. There's a door here. Should I go through this door? No. Wait, okay, so we want the formation, right? So we want... Alright, so we found out how to do formations, right? So now they'll all be there. I need to be able to rest, and so far it hasn't given me an ability to rest. Alright, let's see what this is. Your first impression of the Mongol village is a squid trunk? Squalid trunk? I don't know. With the odor to match. Unblinkable glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deforming shadows slope between its huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectations hangs in the air. We gain 250 experience. We get to rest in the hut. Okay, find the way up. Chief Soul, a heavy-set aged Mongol, slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp whiskey strands, and his face has a distinctively rat-like appearance with profound... And you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. I'm not even going to try to read that. Why is it not playing the dialogue? This is outrageous. Chief Soul, we found the angel sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Len points at you. She had a vision, and now the angel sword together with the light of heaven are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe. Anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Why is it not reading it? This is the best part, is if it's them reading, not me. Soul raises his hand with a rag broken fingernail. Broken fingernail. On land, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. They'll eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven, that's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Trust or land trust people. I think he has a lisp because he's like to believe. Ish, that right, land. I'm the chief, but I don't know faith. Show the light. Dialogue options restricted by Mythic Pass. Throughout the game, you will occasionally encounter colored options marked as associated with a specific mythic path. These are dialogue branches that embody the spirit of a particular manifest of mythic powers. This early stages of the game, these options must select in order to gain an opportunity to set out on the corresponding mythic path. Once your mythic path is set, unique, alternative, and accessible to other mythic paths will become later. Well, I'm lawful, so I'm going to have to do it. I know she told me not to, but I'm doing. The heavenly flames flares to light at your unspoken command. Bright, pure, dancing, and multicolored sparks like the sunbeams passing through the stained glass. Mongrels abandon their tasks and stare, transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul depth. You performed a lawful action. It is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. So it's true. The angel didn't forsake us. Oh... Came back from the dead, came to save our children. Land gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as he wasn't sure all the time that you would support him. Hisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters? These husk of men and women? Their blood will be on your hands. Idiot! You brought the light and now you think even the maze is no match for you. You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple. At least, but one good fighter with the 10 bad ones. You have it right. Right of it, land. But we're neither. We're going to wait. I sent a message to summon all of the tribes. Wait, look at how the words are written. It will take time. Gish. But they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, land. Wait, uplandish. Uplandish. Fresh. A while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. Alright, Chief, understood. Let's hope a few hours it's different life. Death for those kids. They'll ask me what it takes for the long of us to tell her. Only grits her teeth in silence. Okay. We're going to add there, right? We're going to add another point there. More knowledge about the world. And be better at persuading. Have our skills. Get another one of these. What do we want to do? We'll actually take Greece. And we'll take the wall. Wait. Now I think I have to.
Full of what? With grace.
Called me trash. Not very nice. I'm stealing all their shit. Uplanders? Well, I am an uplander. Now bow before me, peasants. Oh wait, hold on. I think I just have to hit camp, right? Not rest here. Saul heaves himself around to face you, eh? Are we uplander prisoners or guests? Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No, Gesh. What are you going to do now? Messenger is Swift. You release the Trebish. All of them. The angel's light ish. With ish. So we'll follow it now. Meteor Huntress is more skilled than Windrush. Braver fighters, yes. Not one of us. Not one of us. But mother, no. Okay. They really don't like him. Should keep reading all these. Ah, well, we are the Crusaders under the ground. The children of the first Crusaders. The worldwide touches everyone. Looks to us. We are all marked by it. The Uplanderish didn't like that. They drove us down here. But we have a secret. So one good eye twinkles slyly. We're waiting. When the shield may fallish, that is the end of our lives down here. We will go to the surface to fight. Until then, we don't... Please, okay. Need to find where I fall asleep. Where do I rest?
How cute!
What is this? Are you here to fight me? An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is prepped with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in the expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horace Worm. Yes, that worm. You no doubt have heard of me. If you've spent any time at all in the city, I have a business proposition for you. How did you end up here? What kind of business? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intentions of seeing out the rest of your days in this village. I suspect we must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left to it. You look like someone who can swing a blade as well as cast a spell. I'm very gracious to see it. A good generalist would be a fine companion on my way to the surface. You are strong. It will be no trouble for you, but I am not fit as once. Can't go crawling through the caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 coins. She has a +7. I can't auto-save, can I? Can't save in here. Success! Splendid! You truly are freshly arrived. You truly are freshly arrived in the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canterbury's. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives appeasing from one bell to the next, but the Worm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I have you know, did you see Marquise in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? We have horse germ. Thank for that. How did you end up here? For a moment, Horace's eyes focus on Camellia. Horace's gaze is returned to you. Like everyone else, down I went when the accursed beetle cleaved the ground entwined beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wandering and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that at first glimpse their physiognomies, what they look like, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps. Go on. Don't forget our agreement. Power twists and warps all who possesses it. Once a person becomes accustomed... Oh, what just happened? I didn't even get to finish reading that. Can I rest yet?
So exciting! With grace.
Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decided to go off cloak and dagger. How's the leg? But it hasn't fallen off yet. That's good. They bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinky stuff on the wound. It looks like I'm going to live. They said, wait a day and I'll... Okay. Old matter. Coldness don't tend to look By cultists, you know, they kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Worm, I think it's just Worm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How am I supposed to know that all the rigmaroles with middlemen with all this annoying stuff? Don't you see I have a reputation to uphold? One of the things I value highly most, of course, is hard-nosed businessman. Not a good fairy tale from the tale. Yes, care about my city, and yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders. Defenders, my defenders. What? We're well fed, healthy, and well armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might have to have a sign over my head that I'm a fucking moron. I don't care about that other stuff. Go on, don't dilly-dally. Okay. As time passes, your characters become tired and act less efficiently. You can see this by the fatigue and exhaustion condition icons on their portrait. This is why they need regular rest. While resting, all characters restore a portion of their hit points. Spellcasters also replenish their spells. Rest also helps you get rid of some of the negative conditions. Resting takes at least 8 hours. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance to the maze. Our people have already gone there. I warned Anivia and the old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There's no rush. The most important people always show up late. Lan looks around. Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Wendigo's gone. All the tribes, so the whole army is marching on the maze then? Still, are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? Once we've cleared the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Nivea is no state to fight, and that horse guy doesn't even look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll out red carpet all the way to the exit. By mongrel surrenders, yes. But don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold the weapon, and fewer still who can do damage with one. Still there are something about the maze. There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left and then came back. The chief back then, he found it and filled it in. To stop anybody from going against the ancestors' wishes. What the ancestors wanted. For everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure anything right now. But we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. I don't want to ask him this. Let's go. Let's go. But before we do, thank you. I was so happy I forgot to thank you before. But you've done something no one else has in a long time. You've given the Mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worth something now. That we have the power of the angels on our side. Lan's face grows sully. It won't change anything, of course, but at least you can help us with the young ones. Storm the shield maze. Rest in the hut. Let's go to the main gate. Where's the main gate? Where's City Eva? I can't find my way out. Ooh, this looks like it could be the way. Be the way?
This is my time to shine.
Have I been over here yet? Okay. So this is where we're going to call it. Thank you everybody so much for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and even follow my Twitch.